I've pretty much just cried on and off. Um, through the last 24 plus hours. It's my son's birthday yesterday. And I don't even know how this will come through as a processing. It's already tough for me because I'm learning to record horizontally. And there can be, as sort of this highly sensitive being, a lot of factors that you want to have in a particular order in order to be able to open up. It's true. We desire for our setting to be such that we can then do such and such. And the truth is, like, we get to go through such and such, sort of regardless of the environment we're in. It's a lot easier to do transformation in here than it can be oftentimes in the environment around us. And so I would like to hold this in a sacred space, in a sacred place. The truth is that it's important for me to catalog these experiences, thoughts, feelings, and emotions, not because they're mine, but because they're relevant to the human experience, or else they wouldn't be shown to me. And this is a really interesting path. This is a unique path in the pain. And yet I share about it because I know that it is not all that unique. It was a dry day yesterday, meaning it was only so-so. It felt like, to Larson, to my son, I can see that it felt just normal, nothing too extravagant, nothing too special, right? We did donuts at school with friends. He's 17. So in like one particular class, the yearbook class is like kind of a social club class. Some donuts there, and came over after, a few friends came over after school, and I put a spread of food. And to be honest, yesterday it was emotional for me. The last few days, emotional, of emotions, when it comes to some supernatural connection with my son. And especially because of the journey that we've been through, that we've walked. And in particular with an abandoned, a father who abandoned, a father who abused, a father who diminished. There's this really interesting, and then of course having a bonus parent who stepped into that role, and they're being dynamic in all places, especially when it comes to mother-father wounds. And the day, of course, you would imagine, sort of like this, like you want it to be a particular setting so that you can have a particular set of emotions. And we have these like expectations around certain days or certain times, and I want it to be celebratory. And all of me is like, feels like I'm literally coming out of a grave, and I'm swept with tired that is supernatural. That is not an escape. Is I'm tired, like, oh, I just want to deal with this. I'm tired. Like, I am like sort of shuddering, like I'm sort of here, and I know my eyes are open and I'm going through these experiences, but I am fully into the depths of sleep I didn't even come out of. So ironically, that part of my dream, there was these two blue bird eggs, like that you would get from a chicken, like a gray sort of blue. And in the morning yesterday, in our school experience, one of the moms, one of the women who I speak to frequently, she's very gifted, said something about the blue eggs, and it sparked the dream in me. And I felt like I was also then again still in a weird sleep state, and these things were connecting with my dream space. And there's a very strange depth taking place right now, supernaturally. And I've always been a space holder in the realm of rest, in the realm of sleep, in the realm of, that's where a lot of transformative work can take place that even I can't take on. And so yesterday After school, I went into the sleep. There's no way that I could have, and I knew that my son had his friends and they could hang and they could eat and they could be together and cozy and they got to explore the property and do some things together, but nothing like magnificent, like nothing bing, bang, boom. Wow. I got him some very simple gifts. I have a larger gift for him this weekend. And what I did do was go through like organizing, cleaning the garage. Like he's very into working on his car. And so a lot of stuff is focused around that. And there's been a lot of work to not wrap up your identity in that. He's feeling bummed out because there's a stopping point in the car project that he can't quite figure out. And you know how we can be so hard on ourselves, like, oh no, I can figure this out. And so receiving support, receiving help, having resourcing people to connect with is also something that makes me weep. Not having been in my nook and cranny and for a long time because of this um, father relationship, because of the pain inflicted, because of the abandonment, because of the psychosis, the abuse, like this is where it really hit me yesterday is like I didn't get the privilege to uh, build community in a way around my children's lives that is shape shifting for humanity. It's so coming into a season of getting to build that again, but to need to not connect with people for their safety and for yours is a really strange journey to take. To have your friends not be safe, right? To put your friends in a compromising position to know where you're at physically, because my former husband would stalk us, would find us, would really do insane, manipulative, awful, gut wrenching things. And so 17 years here I am with my son. This all took place when he was 5. So 12 years of restoration. And a lot of that having to be around silence, around rest, around detaching, around not looking like other people, around doing things that were strange or peculiar or others didn't understand. Like, why do you live like this? Which now is pop culture. Like, here's the beautiful transmutation is now it's pop culture to live off the grid and unplug and to van life and do all these things. And I love the beauty that I see from that. But my journey paving the way in that life came because of this like fearsome, gruesome, detrimental, awful human, right? And in human form, all of these characteristics, these spirits of diminishment in human form chasing a mommy and her babies. And so we get to this point, and I'm like, so sad. I'm so sad, period. But I'm in such sadness from this lifetime, from this lifetime, averting amazing things, connections, careers, participation, life, lifestyle, aversion to be safe, to have space to rest and to process and to create a new life. Mm. All the while, right? Holding it um, in a space of restoration. My children, myself, and then at some point, eventually, for this human who has been has caused so much infliction. And we've reached that time, and that time came last year. As soon as we moved into this house, we layered in some old, and that's been its own journey, which will unfold here, which will unfold here. Yeah, that this part of the tapestry that's mended and charred and like that they're pieces of this tapestry that only mend through this connection. And so that's where I'll pause it for this moment. And I'll dive more into what that looked like as I edit this down or just upload it raw. I love you.